Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Tractors and Such. So in a previous video, we got this old John Deere tractor running and driving. So now in this video, we're going to make it better. Got a valve cover gasket. I'm going to put that on there. And one of my tires went flat and I aired it up and it'll just go back down flat. It's got a hole in the side of this tire, so I'm going to have to replace this tire and tube. I got a new wheel to put on that back. I'm just going to reuse that tire, and I got a new tube for it. And these two are holding air, so that's good. So now I need to take this valve cover off and replace that gasket. I'm cheating. Well, now it's stuck on the socket. Well, there's the valves and the rockers. So I got the new gasket. I'm just gonna set it on there. Just like that. I'm gonna go on the other side, make sure I got it laid in there. Make sure that gasket's seated. Looks to me like it's seated. Alright. Okay, I've got the valve cover gasket and the valve cover on. So now I'm going to start it and let it run for a little bit. Make sure everything seals. Alright, it's been a few days since I worked on this John Deere. Paul's down there putting the bottle jack on there, and we're going to raise this side up. We done got the wheel weight off. We're going to take this whole wheel off because I got a new wheel for this. So here is my new wheel. It was one of the cheapest ones I could find. And it don't have the slide outs on the wheels. But what I'm going to do is we're going to cut the slides off of the old wheel. We're going to put them in this wheel and we're going to cut these off. Let's see what we're going to break this time. Well, 15 minutes later, we got them all broke loose, so now it's time to get this tire off. It's either water or calcium.
It ain't, it's water.
No, it's water. Okay, so I got a new temperature gauge in because the other one didn't work. And it was a mess. But I got it in. Had antifreeze shooting out about that far. I didn't bother filming it because it was a complete total mess. So now I got a steering wheel for this. I'm gonna put that on. Put some anti-seize on it. Alright, my $55 steering wheel's on this thing now. Okay, so well, we've got some new spark plug wires on. We made these because I didn't feel like spending a fortune on new wires. And I think they look pretty good. I done started this and ran it for a few minutes. So I'm going to go down there and change the oil in it. That is long overdue for an oil change. I'm going to need a screwdriver, some sludge in there. Oh gosh. It had water in it. But it's not head gasket issues because the radiators, the coolant in the radiator is perfectly green. And it don't overheat. I'm gonna let that drain for a while. Well, there's the old oil filter. It says John Deere on it. That's an old filter. And here's my new filter. I'm gonna put in it. Paul's putting the gasket on it. I got a new oil cap because this one's missing all of its steel wool packing. I got a new oil gauge put on it because this one you can't read it and it don't work. Okay, so we've got the oil changed and the filter on. We put a new oil gauge on it. I got the new oil cap on it. And we also been working on putting this oil bath air cleaner back on. We even got a new hose for it. And I cleaned this out and put new oil in it. So now I think the next thing to do is we need to set the hood on it. Well, so we've been at this John Deere again. We've got the rear end fluids changes, the transmission, and we've got the final drives topped off and they look good. We even checked the hydraulic and that was good. Transmission was full of water. It had no oil in it whatsoever. It's just clear water. So we drained that out and put some fresh gear oil in it. And we got the seat off. These were done already halfway out and we were trying to loose them and they both snapped off. Okay, so we've got the wheel back now. So now we're going to paint it. Okay, so we've got the wheel painted. Now we're getting ready to put the tire on. Putting some soapy water around it to have something that the blade can slip on to get on the wheel. Well, that's one side on there. I gotta put the tube in it. Okay, so we're making this a very temporary seat mount for this until I have time to weld the nuts on them broken boats to turn them broken boats out. Also got my $100 seat cushion, which I spent way too much on. And we also got the tire on. And the wheel on the tractor. Let's turn the switch on. Advance the throttle a little bit. Pull your starter thing. Big deal, it's just a roll here. Okay, so we've got my seat cushion on, and now we are taking off the cultivators. Okay, so we now decided that we bolted the seats down the right way now. And I've got my seat cushion here. Alright, seats fixed. Okay, so it's 38 degrees out here. We got snow forecasted. I'm going to drive this tractor. So let's do a cold start on it. Make sure she's in neutral. Put my battery cables on. I had to mess with the points a little bit. John Deere runs good. I think this is going to be the end of this video right now. Winter time's coming, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank y'all for watching this video of tractors and such. Now we're going to go with Paul with the devotion.
Devotion today is Genesis chapter 24, beginning at verse 10. And the servant took 10 camels of the camels of his master and departed, for all the good of his master were in his hands. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia, unto the city of Nahor. And he made his camels to kneel down out without the city by a well of water at the time of the evening. In the evening, the time that the woman went out to draw water. And he said, O Lord God of my master Abraham, I pray thee, send me good speed this day, and show kindness unto my master Abraham. Behold, I stand here by the well of water, and the daughters of men of the city came out to draw water. And let it come to pass that the damsel to whom I shall say, let down thy pitcher, I pray thee, that I may drink, and she shall say, drink, and I will give thee my camels to drink also. Let the same be she that thou hast appointed for my servant Isaac, and hereby shall I know that thou hast showed kindness unto my master. Thank you for watching Cade's video today. See you on the next posting.